So it's a freezing morning on my last day here at the Crown Fishery. Yeah, we move swims, that's why it's a different backdrop from over there. We saw the fish jumping over here, so we thought, do you know what, let's sort of have a quick move, see if we can get another bite. And so we did. It was about just before dawn last night, and my margin rod ripped off, and it's an absolute stunner. I'm well happy with this fish. Bearing in mind I'd never caught a 20. I skipped the 20 mark for a 30, and yeah, it's a real lively one because it's been in the sack for an hour or so. So this is the second rig we've been using. This is the
D-rig.
D-rig, right.
So what we do, bigger hook this time, size 4. Same coated braid as we used for the last rig. Put it along the back of the hook like that, with a little bit of a tag in there, not too long. Make a loop along the back of the hook. Give yourself plenty of material to get hold of again.
Yeah.
Put your fingers in like that, and you whip around the hook about 4 times.
Okay. Is this preference or is that the right number?
It's not a load bearing knot. It's not going to have any strain on it. That's just enough to trap it all in place, keep it quite tidy. Tighten it down, and you can see it's basically facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
So we slide that knot down to about opposite the barb.
Okay.
Tighten it right down, and then always give it just a little bit of a tweak, straighten everything up. Make sure it's nice and tight. This tag end we trim off nice and short, just to keep it a little bit tidier.
And again, do you leave a couple of millimetres just in case it slips?
I get that as tight as I can with this one, because that's not going to have any pressure on it. So we take another little micro ring swivel with a bait band on it. You can tie the hair out of braid or floss, but again I find the bait band a little bit easier. Slide it down the line, pop that through the back of the eye, see us making a nice D on the back of the hook. Hold right there, whip away from yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so knot this knot.
And back through the back of the eye.
Down through the eye towards the point. Give it a little bit of a pull and you'll see the D twists a little bit as you pull it. So then we just get that and we tweak it back round so it's on the back of the shank. So just keeping everything nice and tidy. Take an anti-tangle sleeve. Thread it onto there. And the same as before, like everything to be the same length. So if I'm putting 3 rods out with the same rig on.
So you know they're all the same length?
Yeah, so everything's consistent. And so if I have a fish and I blunt the hook and I need to replace the rig, it's going out exactly the same as it was before. So from the eye, measure down about 8 inches, fold it over, same as before.
So how much material would you start off with?
Between 12 and 13 inches for these rigs. If I was tying, say, a blowback rig where I need to strip a bit back for hair and I need a bit more material to work with, maybe take some 14 inches off or so. It's better to start with too much and cut some back than start with too little, and then you get to this end and you're tying this loop and you're trying to fiddle with it and tie the loop with a tiny little piece of material. And tighten that down. Again, you can see that's really strong.
Yeah, it's not going to...
It's never going to break on you. Yeah, you can use this for fishing anywhere in the UK. You could use this over in farms fishing for some real monsters. It's strong enough to deal with snags and weed. The material's nice and abrasion resistant as well, so if it rubs up against the weed or a rock or anything, it's not going to just part on you. So that's the basic rig. And then to finish it off, we'll take a slow sinking hook bait. So you always fish this with a balanced bait rather than a pop-up or rather than a normal bottom bait. Use a wafter. Pull that band through. Try not to drop everything. It's a little bit fiddly. Tease the body of the swivel inside the bait.
Yep.
So it's all sitting nice and neat, it's all nice and tight as well.
Is that so also it gives it some movement up at the top?
Yeah, so that allows a little bit more movement in the bait. And when it sinks, because it's a slow sinker, we'll put a little piece of putty on the rig again. So it will sink through the water really slowly. And when it rests, the hook will lie flat and the bait will just hover above it.
So when the carp sucks it up, it goes and blow it out
back in the mouth, and it will nail them. The further you can get that hook to go into the mouth, the more time it's got to grab hold. We can get away with a fairly big hook for a fairly small bait because that's lying on the bottom.
Yeah.
And the bait's covering it.
It's
the bigger that hook is, the better the chance it's got of grabbing hold.
Yeah.
And obviously the bigger it is, the stronger it is.
So do you do the same thing as the last rig that we showed, with the putty? You just keep putting too much?
No, just a little drop in on this one. So again towards the back of the rig, mould it round. We don't need any weight on this end because the hook's enough to sink the bait. So again, as that falls through the water, that just helps kick it all away, and it'll all fall like that, and then that'll rest on the bottom just like that.
So that is the perfect day rig. You go try this at home and see if you can catch some monsters. We'll see you next time on Carp Dreams. Trying to squid.
Told you! Leave them alone!
Don't eat them. Don't eat the salty squid.
You knew what would happen!
You're not going to be able to take the kids to school now.
You know I was recording, right?